Hertz Lithium, we currently have about 750,000 in flow-through capital that we have, and we're eager to deploy that. And antimony prices have gone from about 8,000 a ton 3-4 months ago to about $25,000 a ton.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Cal Malhi. He's the CEO of Hertz Energy. And Cal, good to see you again. How are you?
Good morning, Steve. I'm good. Thanks for connecting again.
Yeah, excited to have you along, especially after you have some big news out from the company of an acquisition of a property in Quebec dealing with antimony. And we'll talk about what that is and why that's so significant in a second. But first off, what'd you like about this property in Quebec?
Well, Steve, I mean, Quebec is a very favorable province for mineral exploration. There's a flow-through capital available, which allows investors to invest in mineral exploration and get almost 100% of their investment back as a tax credit. So we have a very good relationship with a couple of flow-through funds who specialize in mineral exploration, and we're able to access funding for projects, especially in Quebec. Quebec has the highest tax credits for mineral exploration flow-through funding, and there's lots of capital available to fund mineral exploration. So we like Quebec, and we really like this property that we've acquired. It's in the Gaspé region in Quebec. It's located near infrastructure, near roads. It's easy to get to for exploration, and it's had some of the highest antimony surface samples that are known in the Quebec region.
Yeah, so it's called Harriman, and it's got about 49 mineral claims located on that, as you mentioned, the Gaspé region. So talk to me a bit about antimony and why that's so significant, especially on a recent announcement out of China that they're going to limit exploration, or at least moving that product out of their country.
Yeah, Steve, antimony is used very heavily in military applications for weapons and other military products. And antimony, the market was mainly supplied by China. 60% of the worldwide antimony came out of China. Some came out of Turkey and Russia. But in terms of North America, was mostly dependent on imports out of China. In middle of August, China announced that they were restricting exports of antimony to secure their own supply for their own needs, as well as their resources are dwindling. So they've limited, or they've restricted exports of antimony, and the U.S. is in bit of a fluster as to how they will access antimony, as North American antimony deposits have not been developed up until now.
Yeah. So what's sort of the plan for this project? Obviously, it's got some size to it. It's got a number of mineral claims on it. What's the work plan going forward? I know you want to get right to it in September.
Steve, one of the benefits we have, I talked about flow-through funding, is Hertz Lithium. We currently have about 750,000 in flow-through capital that we have, and we're eager to deploy that. And antimony prices have gone from about 8,000 a ton 3-4 months ago to about $25,000 a ton. And like I said, it's used very heavily in military applications. And as you know, military needs are at a very high level, probably the highest level in our generation, with the Ukraine, the Middle East, other situations. And I believe the U.S. has almost depleted its military assets, and they need to rebuild those assets. And antimony will be a big part of that basis. And now that China's restricted it, we need to urgently develop North American assets.
Yeah.
So we're going to deploy capital, get to our project. We believe it's well located, and we can advance it quickly.
Yeah, you're going to try ground surfacing work right away, as I mentioned, the next couple of weeks. And then are you looking at trying to drill this fall as well?
Yeah, Steve, we actually have a crew going out. We have a 7-man crew going out next week to do some surface sampling. And the purpose of that is to identify some drill targets. And the nice part about Quebec is Quebec can be drilled year round. So we can drill in the winter. And like I said, it's near roads, near infrastructure. So it's not like we have to fly in. The drilling should be fairly inexpensive, and we can use the flow through capital. And if we need more flow through capital, we have excellent relationships to access that.
Well, it's an exciting time. Bring your toque. It can get a little chilly in Quebec in the winter for sure, but it sounds like it's going to be very exciting to see this project in the next phase of it. So, Cal, good for you. Congratulations, and we look forward to our next conversation, okay?
Okay, no, thanks, Steve, for having me on board and letting me present what Hertz Lithium or Hertz Energy is doing. And we're excited about our antimony project.
Absolutely. I'm interested to see how it all shapes up. Cal Malhide, the CEO of Hertz Energy.